Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Liz and today I'm making some chocolate chip cookies with you guys. So this recipe is Joanna Gaines' recipe from the Magnolia Table Volume 1 cookbook. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. You can find it at Target or on Amazon. You can find it at Walmart as well. So in your stand mixer, you're going to blend a stick of softened or room temperature butter with 2 cups of brown sugar. Once that beats together, you're going to add in 2 eggs and let that work together. You want this to be on medium speed. What I do is I stop it periodically and I scrape off the paddle attachment. You want it to have the paddle attachment, not the whisk, because if you have the whisk, it'll just get stuck. You don't want that. So once everything is blended together, that is when you're going to add in your vanilla. I eyeball my vanilla, and basically you want to have a tablespoon of vanilla. Once that is mixed in together, you are then going to add in your dry ingredients, which is a mixture of 2.5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, then let's see, a heaping teaspoon of baking soda, a eighth of a teaspoon of salt. Yeah, that's our dry ingredients. Mix that together in a bowl, and then you add that to our wet ingredients. Once this comes together, then you're going to add in your chocolate chips. Now, this batch in particular, I actually added cocoa powder to. So what I did was I added 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and I wanted to make double chocolate chip cookies. Still following the Joanna Gaines recipe, but I wanted to add the extra cocoa in it so it was extra chocolatey. So this mix itself makes about 40 cookies, but when you make them or scoop out more, it's going to cut it in half. So this, for me, when I put it on the parchment paper, it ended up making 20 cookies. So what you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You have your cookie sheets with parchment paper. You line them. I use 4 pans, as you see in the background, and line them all with parchment paper, and then I take my cookie scoop, which looks like an ice cream scoop, and then I just scoop them out. And I will have anywhere between 4 to 8 on a pan. So here I am, I'm scooping them out for you guys. This pan, I'm going to have 8 on there, and I do 2 trays at a time. You're going to cook them for 10 to 11 minutes, and then once the timer is done, you're going to pull it out, let it sit on the pan for about a minute, and then once it's done, after that 1 minute, you're going to transfer it onto a cooling rack. That way it can fully cool. These are basically a dupe for Chips Ahoy Chewy Chunk cookies. My husband loves these cookies. My kids love these cookies. My sister just tried them and she liked them as well because they were just soft and chewy and delicious. I've made these so many times over the last week, and my family can't get enough of them. So once your oven is preheated, you're going to put them in for 10 to 11 minutes, like I said, and you're going to let them cook. As I put the first batch in, I then am going to scoop out the second batch onto the remainder of these lined baking pans. And on this baking pan, I'm pretty sure I just had 4 cookies, and then the other one I will have the remainder of the batter that is in the bowl for my stand mixer. Now, this is something super simple that anybody can make. I literally just, my youngest wanted to bake, so I opened up the cookbook and bam, there's JoJo's chocolate chip cookies. I was like, you know what, we're gonna make those today. And you know what, we did, and it was really fun to do with my youngest. I highly recommend you do this with any of your kids if you do have kids. It is something fun that you can do together and really spend some quality time together. Now that I have put the rest of the batter on the pans, I am going to cook them in the oven. Now this is a clip of me taking out the first batch of cookies. Actually, it's the remaining batch of cookies, I'm pretty sure. But anywho, besides the point, I'm going to be scooping them out onto the cooling rack, and these will be done. This is something, again, super simple and super quick that you can make with your family. I highly recommend them, and I hope you guys keep coming back and watching more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.